Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Broncos edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. The Jets lost this one, but will stay at number 4 in the AFC East. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Dolphins win their 5th game of the season. Todd Pinkston stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Corey Dillon rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Patriots beat the Browns. On the east side of the bay in Oakland, we had the Raiders fall by 10 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. DeQuincy Scott sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. A hyperextended elbow will keep him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Rod Coleman might be the biggest loss on this list. A broken elbow is the culprit. He's out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. On to the serious news of the week. Earl Little is done for the year as he's been placed on injured reserve, and as the quarterback of the defense, his loss will certainly be felt. Now the big story of the day. Priest Holmes is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Bengals, Ravens. Number 13
is calling signals at the 23-yard line and drops straight back to pass, then chucks it under his shoulder. He'll go all the way. The player playing pass, it's a running score.
The Ravens go on to win this by the final score of 31-21. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Kevin Falk will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 3 years, $2.9 million. Sean Mahan is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Ravens.
Up in Chicago, we had the Bears steamroll to a 27-point blowout. The Cardinals erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Ford Field. The Cowboys won on the road and will now head home to meet the Saints. The Giants lost this one, but will stay at number 3 in the NFC East. 49ers, Rams.
Mark Bulger is in the backfield. The line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. Swings out to the left. A very quick pass. Shakes one tackle. Pulls over another one. Beautiful touchdown.
The Rams go on to win this by the final score of 31-21. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Buccaneers pick up their 6th win of the year. Ernest Wilford had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Edgerrin James ate up over 100 yards on the ground and helped his Colts beat the Titans. And last but not least, we had the Panthers come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. With the playoffs a little more than a month away, things are starting to get real interesting when it comes to seeding and the races for the division crowns. Let's start things off by taking a look at the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So there you have it. Still plenty of intrigue left in this NFL season, as the homestretch madness is only just beginning. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.